Teenage dreams are hard to beat, but if yours involve packing up and moving to Australia, how hard would you try to make it come true? Especially if your partner just isn't interested in living on the other side of the world. Jimmy Hedworth's desperate to return to the country that's stolen his heart.
There's no negatives in my head about moving over there at all.
But homebird Sade isn't quite so positive.
I'm yin, you're yang, that sort of thing.
When a trial week down under shows her the reality of Aussie living,
I couldn't see myself living here.
will it take Jimmy closer to his dream or push his relationship to breaking point?
It upsets me that the bond between me and Jimmy is breaking down.
It might be 10,000 miles away, but Australia remains the top destination of choice for Brits looking for a one-way ticket to a better life abroad. A warm climate, strong economy and stunning natural scenery are just some of the draws. Around 2,000 miles north to south and almost 2,500 miles east to west, it's the world's largest island and as big as the dreams it holds. Since visiting Australia in his teens, Jimmy Hedworth can think of nothing else but moving there. Now a dad, he's more determined than ever to give his young family the lifestyle he dreams of. But it'll take more than the promise of some sunshine to win over partner Sade, a self-confessed homebird who's never ventured outside of the UK. Now Jimmy has 1 week in which to persuade Sade the grass could be greener on the other side of the world. The journey begins with over 20 hours in the air, flying from London to Melbourne via Dubai and Sydney. And first-time flyer Sade's relieved when they finally touch down.
I've been worrying that the flight's gonna go wrong and we're all gonna die.
Baby Maya was more laid back.
8 months old, she just sort of took everything in her stride.
Jim is already thinking about the task in front of him.
This week I need to convince Sade that it's the right move for all of us. I need to convince her that my job will provide us a dramatically different lifestyle to what we've got back in the UK.
And he knows there could be pitfalls ahead.
This week is going to be one of our biggest weeks as a couple.
To me, it's either we're together or we're flying back, not.
Back in the UK, Jimmy Hedworth, partner Sade Romaine and baby daughter Maya live in Nottinghamshire along with Jimmy's family. The couple are proof opposites attract.
I'm outgoing, Shade's not too outgoing, and I love sport. Shade hasn't got any interest in it whatsoever.
Here she is, tea's here, look. I like spending money on clothes and it works out.
Yeah, but it works. We're good.
Yeah.
One thing they definitely don't have in common is Jimmy's passion for Australia.
It's one of those visions where I just think the grass is definitely greener. There's no negatives in my head about moving over there at all.
Jimmy talks about moving to Australia every day. He's just non-stop talking about it. It's driving me crazy.
Jimmy's been obsessed with moving down under ever since visiting the country with his dad and brother 10 years ago.
Everything about it was just perfect, and I just thought, this is where I want to be.
But Sade, who's never even been on a plane before, is sceptical.
He went out there when he was a child. A lot of things change and you don't know what it's going to be like. I don't think anywhere is that great.
Sade's reluctance is also fuelled by the knowledge she'd need consent from her oldest daughter's dad before she could up sticks and move her to the other side of the world. But for Jimmy, the first challenge is getting Sade to see the country's potential, and that could prove easier said than done.
I need to convince a person that's never been on a plane before to move to the other side of the world, which I don't think is a small task.
Currently working round the clock as an electrician while Sade stays at home with the baby, Jimmy believes moving could help bring his young family closer together.
I'll be at work at like, I don't know, might be 9:30 at night or 10 o'clock at night. You got Shard ringing me, like in tears. It's one of those things where you want to be around more for your kids, you want to be around more for Shard.
Because I'm here all day within these four walls with the kids, and it is draining, emotionally and physically, like draining.
Can I have chicken tikka masala, please, with a pilau rice? Thank you.
He hopes higher wages in Australia will help them afford their own home. And while she's grateful for Jimmy's family's support, that's a move Sade would welcome.
It gets quite tough living here. I'll probably cry once every couple of days.
You're beautiful, Jimmy, mate.
There's times when I get wound up, I just think, right, I'll do a few more hours at work to try and get us out of the situation a lot quicker. And then again, that causes tension, you see, because she needs me in the house doing stuff to help her.
The couple agree changes need to be made if they're to secure a future together. And for now, Jimmy's pinning all his hopes on Australia being the country they should call home.
I've put it on the pedestal is that this is the answer. And if it's not the answer, then I don't know what is the answer to make our family unit a lot happier.
To find out if Australia can give them the lifestyle Jimmy's been dreaming of and keep him and Sade united, the family is spending their trial week in Melbourne, capital of the state of Victoria. To reach their temporary base, they head to the northern suburb of Gladstone Park, around 12 miles from central Melbourne. Home for the week is a spacious 4-bedroom rental property. But what will Sade think of her introduction to Aussie living?
It's modern, I like it. Actually, I really like it. It's nice. Oh, do you not like it?
Oh, mate.
But baby Maya's not so sure.
She's all right, really.
Hopefully inside will be to everyone's taste.
This is all right, Shard. Nice hallway.
I think the hallway's quite narrow.
Jimmy needs Sade to be open-minded if the next 7 days are to go his way. Meanwhile, baby Maya has got him wrapped around her finger.
I'm not sure if we can have this room now, Shard. I think she's made herself quite home, hasn't she?
She's claimed it.
Saying, no, Dad, you're not having this bed.
With Maya safely sleeping, the couple check out the rest of the house, and Jimmy wastes no time getting straight to the point.
Do you think somewhere like this would convince you to move?
Yes and no. It is nice, but I couldn't see myself living here long term.
The week ahead could see Jimmy's dream and his relationship with Sade pushed to the brink. In the UK, the family are living in Jimmy's parents' house in the village of East Leek, while they save to buy a home of their own.
This cramped communal living area between 5 adults and 2 kids isn't great. We've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. We've kicked my brother down onto the sofa. Things are
It's very cramped
at the minute.
But it's not just a lack of physical space.
Just tiptoeing around everyone else and not being able to say what you want to say because you don't want to, cause a rift and everything.
So, what would they like from a place in Australia?
It's got to be within a very close distance to a golf club. Definitely 4 beds, just in case someone wants to come over and stop. Or if we want to have another.
No, we're not having another child.
Well,
no.
yeah, that's fair. That's dealt with.
As long as we have good living area downstairs, then I'll be happy. Just somewhere for the kids to run around.
With a maximum budget of £270,000, Jimmy hopes to find a home Sade will be happy with.
The house is essential to have, right for Shard, more so than me.
To find out what kind of house they could have, we'll show the family 3 properties. 2 on budget, and a third which could be their dream home. Only after they've seen each one will they find out its value.
That's a nice house.
I don't like it.
While baby Maya is looked after by a childminder, the couple head for the town of Sunbury, around 25 miles from central Melbourne. It's a popular area for families looking for affordable housing.
I do like this neighbourhood. It's nice.
I think the best thing about it...
And like everything's well kept.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Will this 3-bedroom home get their search off to a good start?
Nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's still. I'm quite scared to get out of the car.
With high hopes, they head indoors.
A lot lighter than the one we're stopping in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Wider.
I'm already impressed.
First impressions are good, but will the positivity continue in the open-plan kitchen living area?
This is nice, Shard, I think. Nice.
The living room is quite small.
It's a lot more room than what we've got at the
It's
present time at Mum and Dad's.
Bigger.
So, I mean, maybe we're just getting a bit greedy for space now because everywhere seems like
Yeah,
it's
but
got
you want it
that.
to be perfect if we're going to move.
Sade could prove hard to please, but perhaps the garden area will get her seal of approval.
Oh, this is a nice outdoor living space, Shard.
It's lovely. I don't like this table being here.
Well, we can change the table, Shard, can't we? That's not a massive thing. Ooh,
Back inside, it's Jimmy's turn to be picky when they check out the main bedroom.
master bedroom, front of the house. Not sure how I feel about that.
What about the ensuite?
Oh, that's picked up a little bit.
Quite big as well.
Yeah, and I like the natural light that comes in
Yeah.
from the big window there. Tiny little bedroom.
It is quite small.
It's just a small room, isn't it? This isn't big enough for what I think we need. I don't know, maybe it's a bit of an anticlimax for me. I thought there'd be a bit more. After the start, this is not doing it for me.
No.
The bedrooms haven't measured up, and the discovery of a small closet leaves them both confused.
What's this? Surely not another bedroom.
Doesn't sound like this is the property for either Jimmy or Sade.
It's a nice house, but it's not our house.
No, it's not our house.
But is it within their budget of up to £270,000?
I wouldn't be happy paying more than £215,000.
I think it's going to be more 230.
Do you want to have a look?
£256.
I'm really not happy with that.
It might be within budget, but it's still not a hit.
For what this is, for that price, it's not great.
Not great at all. We need a pick-me-up after the last one.
Yeah.
Jimmy's campaign to convince Sade to make the move is off to a shaky start. Hopefully the next property will give them the space they're after at a price they're willing to pay.
Oh, look at that little park.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's on the Highlands estate in the suburb of Craigieburn. With nearby schools and playgrounds, it's a perfect area for families.
I think that's like a community area, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
your little cafe.
But everyone just goes there.
Yeah.
And with large parts of the estate still under construction, it also promises more value for money. But will the chance to check out a display house help cement Jimmy and Sade's opinions?
What do you think to that, Shard? Building site?
Me. It'd be in there.
If it was finished to the standard of the rest of the estate, I'd be happy living by it.
Hopefully inside can build on their optimism.
Oh, Shard, look at that. The whole reason why I want to move here is for an entrance like that.
It's wide, it's nice, but I'd like it bigger.
No harm in dreaming big, Sade, but there's still more to see.
Master bedroom. This is what I'd be looking for.
This house could be a better fit for them.
His and her sink.
I like that.
Like that a
Mine will
lot.
be tidy, yours will be messy. Shower's massive.
Love that shower. Absolutely love that shower. It's big enough for both of us. hopefully the rest of the house is as good.
Fingers crossed, Jimmy. Next up, the kitchen living area.
The living area is fantastic.
I'll probably put the sofa back a little bit more.
But that's brilliant.
That is nice.
An extra sitting room causes some debate.
I wouldn't use it for this purpose, I'd use it as a dining room.
I like this for the fact that you could say, you two, get yourselves in there.
Then that would just make this room just another room for them to mess up.
I think we'll have to disagree on this one.
Well, I'll be the one tidying up, so for me, I'd like to keep it in one space at a time.
Sade might have the trump card there, Jimmy. What about the outdoor area?
I think with the finish on this house, I mean, the Astro grass, it provides a bit more.
But what about the kids are barefoot? It's quite hard to step on.
The garden isn't child-friendly enough for Mum Sade, but with up to £270,000 to spend, the couple are still curious to find out how much the house costs.
I think 270. I think they'll be on the higher end.
I'd be happy paying somewhere like 265 for this.
Okay, do you want to turn the card?
261. I was close.
It's within budget and less than Jimmy expected.
Can you see the grin on my face?
Yeah, I can.
We could live comfortably at that. We couldn't get a 3-bedroom semi in Nottingham.
Oh no.
For some around that figure.
This is nice, isn't it?
It's a very nice estate.
Things are looking up for Jimmy. To see the final property of the day, the couple head for the suburb of Doreen, just 20 miles from central Melbourne.
I wonder if it's this one here. Do you think it is? No.
No.
That's too posh.
That's too big for us.
Sitting in the foothills of the Yarra Ranges and surrounded by pockets of farmland, the area is more rural in feel, so could be perfect for bringing up a young family.
What if it's this one?
Well, I hope so.
Sat nav saying it's here.
Oh.
I think we're here.
Let's have a look.
We think this spacious 4-bedroom house could be their dream home. But will Jimmy and Sade agree?
Oh, Shard. This has got that same sort of wow factor to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, I like this more.
Shall we go and have a look round?
Yeah.
OK.
So far, so good. But will the location of the master bedroom be a hit or a miss?
Or another bedroom, front of the house.
You're not too keen, are you?
I'm not keen on it. Because it's not there in the UK, it's something odd.
Well, I quite like it because it's different.
You like it, I don't. I'm yin, you're yang, that sort of thing.
Glad he's cleared that up. What about the ensuite?
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Like a 2-person shower, 2-person bath. Surprised the toilet isn't a lot bigger, really.
A 2-person toilet.
Yeah, 2-person toilet.
Moving on. The open-plan living area has plenty of room for feasting.
Wow.
That is massive.
It is.
That dining room table, you would have to send a flare up at the other end to know that someone was there, wouldn't you? I'd feel like Henry
It's lovely,
VIII.
though. You look like him.
But will the kitchen be fit for a king?
This is a nice kitchen area, Shad.
Compared to this bit, it's quite small, do you not think?
Yeah. I think I would have a smaller dining area. However, it's not a small kitchen, is it?
I know, it's
You've
a
got
big
enough
kitchen.
room there with that little island they've put in.
And they soon discover there's more elbow room in the living area than they first thought.
Oh, Shad.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. What a man space this is.
I love how you got it in your head that it's going to be man space.
Can you imagine watching the Masters on this? It'd be great.
It wouldn't be on. I wouldn't allow it.
Now my dreams are crushed, we'll go and have a look at something
Okay.
else. Thanks.
One dream at a time, Jimmy.
What
Much
a nice
nicer.
outside space this is.
The only thing I would say, there's no grass.
No.
So
there
I'd
is-
want grass for the children.
Jimmy's hoping an outdoor oven might win Sade over.
Look at this, Shad. That's a big selling point.
Yeah, but you wouldn't use it.
It was like the kids' channels on the TV. I didn't use them either, but you make me get them.
Joking aside, Jimmy agrees it might not be perfect.
Do.
2 adults sharing a glass of red wine on that little patio bit.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. But we're having 2
Nothing
kids.
for the kids.
I love the rest of the house, but the garden's not ideal.
It's not quite their dream house, But Sade and Jimmy are still interested to know how much it would cost, and more importantly, whether their maximum budget of £270,000 would be enough to buy it.
I think it is 350.
I think it's going to be about 373.
Do you want to flip it over?
No, I'll let you do this one.
Okay. $318.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise, really, isn't it?
That's almost £50,000 over budget.
That's
Still expensive.
It's expensive, and it's
but not as much as what we thought.
No.
It may not be achievable right now, but the couple don't seem to be put off. With the right job and salary for Jimmy, it could be something to aim for in the future. All in all, the day has given them valuable insight into how far their money might go in Australia. Property One was within budget, but the lack of space, especially in the bedrooms, left the couple feeling shortchanged. Still within budget, Property 2 offered more for their money, but the small back garden didn't cut it with Sade. And while Property 3 had the wow factor inside, outside was a letdown for Sade and Jimmy, and its price tag put it out of reach for now. So with all things considered, how will the couple decide between homes in the UK and Australia?
After a day of viewing properties, it's now time to vote.
Australia.
Undecided. What?
How come? We've had such a good day.
You're gonna cry?
I'm thinking about it.
We've viewed some nice properties, but I think they're more like show homes, as in just the adults. It's not kids friendly.
You want that family feel to the
I just
house?
feel like, yeah, everything's got its own little place. There needs to be like toys everywhere.
Okay, understand what you're saying. That means I've got the rest of the week to convince you and do some work.
Yeah, you do. Got your work cut out.
I'm disappointed, but obviously, hopefully,
There's more.
you'll be convinced by the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Australian Property hasn't sold Jimmy's dream to Sade, so he knows he'll have to put in more effort in the week ahead if he's to stand a chance of getting the life he wants. Back in the UK, Spark Jimmy works with electricity networks.
My job at the minute is a cable jointer. That deals with any electrics from generation point to your customer meter box. I enjoy my job a lot, work for a good company.
Working 55 hours plus per week allows Jimmy to double his basic salary of £28,000, but his relationship with Sade isn't benefiting as much as his bank balance.
You can hear it in her voice when she's disheartened, and I've rang her up at 5 o'clock saying this is going to be a late one, Shard. How do you save for a house as first-time buyers and a young family when you don't want to put the work in?
Desperate to do the right thing, Jimmy hopes working down under can afford him both the salary and family time he needs.
Over in Australia, it's essential to find the right work-life balance. That's the whole driving force behind the move for me.
Jimmy knows the opportunity to explore career options in Australia could make or break his dream of moving.
We're pinning our hopes on me being able to find good work that pays enough to support the family out here.
We've arranged for him to meet up with expat and field operations manager Duncan Whitfield at an electricity supply company in the city of Ballarat.
Hi, I'm Duncan Whitfield.
How are you, Jimmy?
Jimmy, pleased to meet you. Welcome to Percor City Power.
After a quick health and safety chat, they head to the dispatch area where Jimmy's foremost concern is if his skills will be recognised.
From what I've seen of your CV, you would need to re-qualify here.
It's not a great start, but Duncan's quick to point out upskilling won't take long.
Typically, we employ the jointer. He works under supervision while you do the training. We do that in-house. There's no cost to the employee. Typically, when we do this with people, it takes 6 weeks to 2 months.
That is really positive.
Relieved, Jimmy asks about work hours, hoping he'll be able to cut down on his UK working week.
The basic standard hours is 37.5-hour week.
Yeah.
Most people do at least 46. For special cases, if we're working on a big shutdown, it could go up to 55 hours a week. It's entirely up to the individual's choice whether they do the work or not.
That's a positive thing.
Jim is impressed. Meanwhile, keen to find out about the Australian education system for the children, Sade's visiting a primary school in Craigieburn, north of Melbourne.
Hi, Sade.
Evan Hughes, Principal, how do you do?
This one's chirping a lot.
Principal Ewan Hughes invites her to join a class of 6-year-olds and their teacher Sarah Lancaster as they learn about farm animals.
This is Sade.
Hi Sade, nice to meet you. We're off to the farm in a couple of weeks and the chicks are all about our life cycle.
I like how it's so hands-on.
I love it because we got to actually watch one hatch.
Oh, really?
That's part of their learning journey, things that they'll remember for forever now.
And the proof is in the pudding. A chat with little Archie and Evie confirms how much the children are enjoying the lesson.
Do you like going here?
Yes.
Are the teachers nice?
Yes.
Really nice?
Yes.
Good. What's your favourite thing at the school?
Our favourite thing learning about is learning about the farm.
Where are we starting over here? At the ones? All right, let's go. 9 and 2.
Next, Sade speaks with teacher Michelle Tedeschi about the school curriculum.
Our school in particular does have a high expectation. We like to think that all of the strategies and things that we're teaching, they're coming from those lower years and they're just being built upon.
Back at the electricity supply company, Jimmy asks the burning question.
Figure-wise, on a basic salary, what would that be?
37.5 per week, around £40,000 you would earn for that.
That's, well, £12,000 more than what I'm on back at home.
Most people do the second option, which is roughly 46 hours a week. That would equate to around £52,000. And then for the top option, 55-hour a week or thereabouts, probably close to 70,000.
That is literally unbelievable.
It's a brilliant result for Jimmy, providing he can actually find a job.
I think you'd have a good chance of finding work in Victoria. I would encourage you to apply.
Duncan, I can't tell you how happy like this day's made me.
It's not hard to guess how the card will fall when it comes to Jimmy's choice between work in the UK or Australia.
After an interesting work day, it's now time to vote. Australia! After the workday chat today, I feel over the moon. This sort of news is only going to be positive for the rest of the family.
Ecstatic how his day has gone, Jimmy can't wait to meet up with Sade.
Tell me about your day.
It's been good. The school's good.
Yeah?
The kids love it. They love the teachers, they love the food, they love the playground, they love life. How was your work day?
Fantastic. It only takes 6 weeks to 2
train.
months to get my gaps filled in. And here's the best part.
What's the wage?
The wage is a £12,000 increase on a basic week. I voted Australia again today.
Yeah.
Career day for me has been so good.
But we're only halfway through, so we've still got loads more.
I agree, but you would do well to knock me off where I'm at the minute. I just need you to come to that level.
Up.
Yeah.
Jimmy's feeling fully charged after learning he can earn more and work less in Australia, giving him back the family time he's been missing out on. But for it all to work out, he still needs to get Sade as excited about the country as he is. Hopefully, a taste of the Australian lifestyle he's been enthusing about will be enough to fuse their thinking. Making the most of their time together and the Aussie sunshine, the family head out to Brimbank Park in North Melbourne.
Why are you getting on it?
After a leisurely stroll, Dad Jimmy can't resist trying out the seesaw with baby Maya.
Look at her little legs.
See her face.
She's a bit worried.
I don't know what to do. It's like, shall I cry? Shall I smile?
It's been a week of ups and downs, with Sade yet to cast her first vote for Australia.
See you starting to come round.
A little bit, but not too much.
You don't have to kill my hopes, you know. You can say yeah.
Yeah. Definitely moving. Yeah. That was sarcasm.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
But Jimmy has high hopes more quality family time will be enough to sway Sade, and over lunch reminds her what the move is all about.
You have it.
It's the ability to be able to do this in the weather and the climate, isn't it?
I don't think we've ever had a picnic, ever.
We haven't. Maya?
And it wouldn't be a family day out without ice cream.
I've got it on my face.
It's soon clear how much they're all enjoying a taste of Aussie living.
You got that?
My nose smells great.
Of mint and cheesecake.
The chance to chill out together also reinforces how little time they get to spend as a family back home.
Now 3 more of them and you'll get there.
And allow Sade to contemplate the reality of emigrating.
If I come over to Australia, then it is starting off from square one. Having to uproot everyone over here would be a big deal.
With Jimmy's work hours back home putting strain on their relationship, the couple agree they need change.
It upsets me that the bond between me and Jimmy is breaking down. We're trying to find what we can do to bring that spark back again.
For me, if we can make the move, the stress will be lifted. The fact she's voting undecided means to me that she is trying to consider the things that are being presented to her.
But Sade will need to see more before she can commit.
I need to see that the kids are going to be happy. That's my main concern. I just need to see that over here is going to be 10 times better than what we can get in the UK.
The couple will soon have to decide where their family's future really does lie. But for now, will the day have done enough to see both Jimmy and Sade choosing lifestyle in Australia over the UK?
After Lifestyle Day, it's now time to vote.
Australia! There is no surprise with that whatsoever.
Right.
What are you after? What is going to say, right, this is...
I don't know.
But when you see it, you'll know?
But yeah, when I get that feeling of this is great, then I'll pick here. I can't put a finger on why.
Yeah, but I just keep on thinking there's nothing that's going to be good enough to show you, to say, yeah, this is going to be for us.
A second undecided vote from Sade hasn't gone down well with Jimmy. With only days left to convince her to buy into his dream, he's now hoping a look at their potential finances in Australia will be enough to increase her enthusiasm for a move.
Right, here we go, Shard. The truth.
While baby Maya is sleeping, the couple sit down to crunch figures. To help, we've provided a breakdown of living expenses, starting with their weekly food shop.
Peppers are £2.13 more expensive. They're gonna
Just for getting one pepper then.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come out of the shopping, aren't they? Ready meals, £2.14 more expensive. Mind you, I think with me being home earlier, we wouldn't have to do so many ready meals anyway, would we?
A tot-up of the sums reveals they'd spend just £6 more on food every week.
I thought it'd be more.
I'm happy you're being so positive.
It's a step in the right direction. Next, the couple look at mortgage costs, basing repayment figures on the second house they viewed.
£583 worse off, plus your shopping, to start off.
Adding up.
Jimmy's hoping the other monthly bills might help him rebalance the books.
Fuel costs, this is more my work than anything, is £400 in the UK. And then that's minus £74 in Australia. I can buy a gas-guzzling monster.
Truck.
Yeah, like a truck.
Despite the higher mortgage, the sums reveal they'd only be paying around £170 more every month. And when they take into account Jimmy's potential to earn over £600 more, things don't look bad at all.
That's a lot of money.
Are you smiling?
My face is going to crack.
Let's see you smile.
That's like based on a 60-hour week back in the UK. This is a 46-hour week that he told me.
So less.
I'd be earning this money on.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
I'd be spending more time at home with the kids. And considering I'd be working less and earning more, I think I'm on the next plane.
When they subtract their outgoings, the figures show they'd be around £200 better off in Australia every month. But surprisingly, Jimmy doesn't look impressed.
Are you not happy with
No,
that?
not really, no.
Why not?
I just thought it'd be more. I thought with the wage increase going up massively, the petrol bill coming down, I thought I would have seen a bit more of my money, that's all.
I think it's good.
It's been an interesting exercise. So when it comes to choosing between finances in Australia and the UK, what will the couple decide?
After an up and down reality check day, it's now time to vote. Undecided.
Australia. I pick Australia, and then you pick undecided.
Based on 209 quid a month, I can't see us doing the move.
Wouldn't you rather be here in Australia earning more than over in the UK?
I'd still be better off, but it's £209 a month better off. You know.
Is that not enough?
It's not enough for me. But I'm happy you voted, Ozzy.
I know, I've voted Australia, and you've done...
It's your first one of the week.
I know, and you're not sure.
The finances have fallen short of Jimmy's expectations, leaving him questioning his own dream. And in a turning of the tables, Sade's now lodged her first vote for Australia. But as they sit down to watch messages from loved ones, will her newfound optimism be short-lived?
Here we go.
Hi!
Hi, it's Tina, Nanny.
Hope you're having a good time out there and enjoying yourself.
James is the live wire, who can be a little bit unpredictable, so I hope Australia's ready for him.
Shard. She's very soft-hearted. She'll please others more than please herself at times. Yeah, I'm proud of her. Very proud of her.
Eddie's always been kind of keen to go to Australia, and obviously with his family now, I think it would really help him to go and settle down and hopefully make a good life for him and the family.
If they move to Australia, I'm going to miss my daughter and the grandchildren and Jimmy very, very much. Probably more than they will know.
If they really do move to Australia, I'm going to miss them. There'll be a huge hole. We're such a close family that it will seem very, very strange.
I'd miss him quite a bit, actually. I mean, I've had 24 years of him next to me, so for him to be on the other side of the world all of a sudden would be a big shock.
I'd love them to stay here in my heart of hearts. I don't want them to go. It'd leave a big hole in my life if they moved halfway around the world. But then again, you know, life is life at the end of the day. Wherever she is, I'll still be her mum and I'll always be there for her and the children and Jimmy.
I'm really hoping that you choose the UK, but I totally understand if Australia gives you more options and a better life.
Decision time now, I suppose, but all I'd say is if it's going to better you staying out there, then don't come back.
We're really supportive of whichever option you want to choose, and we'll be seeing you either way, whether it's in Australia or back here. So just make the right choice for you.
I'll miss the whole lot of you, really. But it's not my life, it's your life. And you've got to do what you feel is best for the family, James. So just make the right decision.
I'm going to miss you so much. But I wish you all the best. I'm just going to miss you. But good luck on your voyage. Love you to bits.
It's all right. Dad only said one thing, and that got me.
I knew it would. I don't think my mum would fly over here as much as your family would. Then I seen her upset and she'd never said anything.
She's not said a lot like that before, has she? She's right there. You do always look after others before yourself. But you've got to stop looking after everyone else. You've got to start looking after us.
Sade's been undecided about a future in Australia for the biggest part of the week. And messages from home haven't helped, as she now fears her family may never make the trip to visit if her and Jimmy do decide to move. As their trial week draws to a close, Are the odds on Jimmy's dream coming true less than favourable? Before her trial week in Australia, Sade had never travelled outside of the UK, and 7 days living on the other side of the world has left her fearful for the future.
I feel majorly under pressure, as Jimmy's got his work and that's sorted out, but with me it's more about the kids and whether or not my family are going to come and visit. It's mixed emotions really, a lot to think about.
Despite being the driving force behind the dream of emigrating, it hasn't all been plain sailing for Jimmy either.
My emotions through the week, I sort of rose up on property day, peaked at job day when I found out the wage. And then I've sort of sunk a little bit on the reality check day. But I think overall, I know that if we're better off, it can only be a positive thing.
Adding to both their concerns is the custodial issues they could face with Sade's older daughter, which they know would make a move difficult.
If Shad wants to come to Australia, then we've got massive problems with how we're going to approach that subject. So it isn't a done deal if Shad votes Australia.
Sade needs to be certain it would be right for the whole family.
I want to know 1000% that it's going to be the right choice for all of us.
So, as their last vote approaches, the pressure's on to make a decision that will benefit everyone.
It's not a vote for my dream, it's a vote for this is what I think our family needs.
Sade knows her final choice could destroy her relationship too.
I don't want to split us up as a family unit, but if I feel that's the right thing to do, then I'd have to do it.
With the stakes so high, the couple now have to choose which path they'll take. Will it be Australia or the UK?
After a fantastic week in Australia, well for me anyway, it's now time to do the final vote. Australia. I knew you'd do it.
I didn't think he was going to pick Australia, because back when we were doing the pricing and that, I thought you were going to be undecided.
I think what made me decide was after watching the friends and family video and
they'll be happy
and knowing that they would back me to do what I thought was right.
For me, I need to think about it a bit more.
I know we've got stuff to sort out, but I think voting undecided isn't a no, so that means your mind isn't made up.
I just need more time to think. That's all it is. I need a little bit more time than you to think everything through.
I respect that.
Despite giving it his best shot, Jimmy's efforts to sell Australia to Sade haven't paid off, as she can't bring herself to commit to the idea of moving. There could be lots more discussions ahead, but wherever the family go on to call home, we wish them all the very best.
A very brave shop assistant fights back next on BBC Two. His compelling story, In Court Red-Handed.